What up, peeps? It's your girl Dash. Come back to Real Takes. Well, it's that time. I'm going to be doing a live reaction to season three's The Boys. Now, you all normally know that I really don't do reactions to TV shows. I've tried to do them in the past with few from different live streaming, and sometimes they always seem to get blocked, even if I've condensed it a little bit more with the fair use. But I'm going to try my darndest to keep it really short and sweet in regards to what I upload. And then of course, most of it will be me just really doing more of a discussion at the end where I can really get into that. But after seeing the trailer for the new season, I was beyond hype and I really want to do one. With everything that happened in season two, dealing with Homelander and knowing he has a son with Becca, then you're noticing, his son not really taking to him, the shining to him, dealing with his girlfriend Stormfront and what happened to her. Also, other characters like the Deep, going through his little situations. You see A Train, also dealing with Kamiko and Frenchie. Of course, with Kamiko losing her brother due to Stormfront, so you knew there was some payback there, and just the overall dynamic of last season. It was so much going on. Hughie deciding he really wants to move away from the group and do something, where he feel a little bit more, helpful in dealing, with the Supes, and working with a lady called Victoria, who I do not trust. So I'm really looking forward to seeing, that dynamic of what's going to happen with him, working with her, of course, his relationship with Starlight, all the other characters, with Maeve, pretty much, what's the word I want to use? And I'm just looking to my time, pretty much putting Homelander on notice to leave her and her girlfriend and also Starlight alone. You can tell he doesn't take too kindly to that. So it's a lot going on. I can only imagine what we're going to be in store for this season. So with that said, let's go and jump into it. I'll say the rest of my thoughts then, you guys.
Stormfront. I knew you'd be here.
Shirley's there? What?
How could you do this? I loved you.
You'll always be in my heart.
Guess this means we're breaking up. Nazi bitch.
Die, Untermensch.
You really think you want to touch me?
Here with Adam.
Who'd have thought? Everything we've been through, that we'd be here, together. Yeah. Who'd have thought?
For the wrong woman.
Go for the wrong woman.
But out of crisis comes change. Crisis
comes
change.
change.
Last year.
So I
Last
year, really slowing down and reconnecting with myself.
myself.
And I am very excited for everyone to meet the real me.
God, look at his eyes.
I'm pulling it, baby. Pull it out.
Mr. Campbell?
Thanks for coming.
Yeah.
Ew.
Just photos. No violence, or maiming, or torture, or curb stomping, or setting anyone on fire.
Oh, okay, yeah, them expense reports you wanted. Tomorrow.
Hey, I'm Tyler.
She can speak. Oh. Oh man. Oh. Oh no, 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 Fritchie. Oh God, no.
Get out! Get out!
Come on, Kimiko. Come on, girl. Oh, thank you, Jesus.
Fucking bitch!
Ooh. Oh, no. Oh, nice. Oh, he's shaking over. Oh, man.
Governor's orders. Put that little cunt on his side. Jiminy Cricket's OD.
Right now. Yeah, baby.
No question. But we're in peacetime. Oh my God. So worth the hurt.
Why are you eating his food, girl?
Wow.
Ugh.
I will give her the message.
This way, pal. Tony. She'll remember.
Interesting. Yep. Didn't trust him. I really don't trust him now. Nadia, huh? That's right. Light bulb, buddy.
This time he burns everything down and then kills me.
One day, you'll be tough enough. And then he can't hurt you. But till then, you're safe here with the Colonel. Honest.
Connect 4.
Yay.
Oh, you cheeky little blighter.
Those photos.
You know what? It's okay.
Happy birthday, Janine. Happy birthday, Janine.
Ah, there it is.
Oh, silly face, silly face.
B-24, huh?
Hey.
Marketing is still testing the name, but it's the future, Bob. One dose of this temporary B gives a soldier 24 hours of powers, give or take. And then they return right back to normal.
How stable is it?
Still ironing out the kinks.
Termites off the table.
What?
Vought just closed a big endorsement for him with Terminex.
We've been chasing Termite for months.
I know, but after Butcher force-fed him a metric belushi of coke, I didn't have much leverage, did I?
It was just a little coke, because he was...
Laugh. That little cunt crawled up a guy's cock and blew him to bits. He almost killed Frenchie. And you're just gonna let him go, because standing grass nice.
Soup collateral damage is down 60%.
Oh, come off it. That's that twat Neuman talking.
She has locked up more soups this year than every other year combined.
Compromise. Fuck you. Your whole life's a compromise.
Hey, at least I have a fucking life.
Oh.
I didn't mean that.
Oh, that hurt.
Most, which is why the board wants to make you co-captain of the 7th.
Oh. Oh.
Co-captain? Yeah, but Homelander is captain. I mean, you're captain.
This will be beneficial to you both. Your numbers are down, what, double digits? The public still associates you with Stormfront. This would be a real bump.
Damn.
A rising tide
Look at his
lifts
face.
all boats. I am offering you real power. You should think about it.
That's... I had no idea you drank back then.
Oh, yeah. Miss Goody Two-Shoes, she had a fun side. Big time.
Someone needs to stand up to this guy.
And that has to be you.
Not just me. I mean, I could bring good people into the 7 who could help me.
What, you mean like your boyfriend?
Oh, no, he didn't.
It's not a good look, Hughie. No one even bats an eye when a man climbs the ladder.
Okay, you're right. Look, I'm sorry. So I'll see you later tonight?
Don't bother with the aqua fresh.
Walk right into that one, bro.
What did you say to me?
I'm sorry. Shit. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean it. Say it.
Oh, boy.
Say it. Sorry. I'm sorry.
out of control. Yeah, honey, you played a part.
After finding each other on 4chan, the storm chasers rallied online in the days and weeks after Stormfront.
Howard.
Oh my gosh, she's still alive.
Wonderful now you're here.
Ugh.
Rest.
Please.
Oh.
Payback. What a bunch of fucking wangers.
We'll see. When the 7 passed them as the #1 super team, Crimson Countess sent me a box of cat shit. She was fucking Soldier Boy, and Gunpowder was his sidekick. If anyone knows what happened to him, they do.
What's this?
It's temp fee. One shot makes you a soup for 24 hours. I mean, they think it's still an R&D.
Oh, great.
This is our best chance to kill Homelander. Don't fuck it up.
Well, what if we share a different destiny? Something a little more scorched earth. Shock and awe. Blood and bone. And in the end, only one of us left standing.
Wow. He was out of it all right. All up in it. He's already doing work to help them out. They just don't know it yet. Damn. Oh boy. Oh. Oh, damn. Jesus. Oh my God.
That's me. I'm in trouble. Fuck. I need a team. Alleyway. East 12th and Broadway.
All right, you guys. This episode was so damn good. I just tell you, they just can never seem to just always outdoing themselves. Just so much happening in this one. So let's go on and jump into this. Of course, it sets the tone at the beginning with Homelander. Of course, them doing damage control with what happened with him being involved with Stormfront, and things are coming up. Of course, bringing up her background, knowing about her actual history, and of course the Nazis and all that. So just epicness and all that, and then seeing that little part where when she turns around and the shirtless they're on plane, I'm just like, what? So I was kind of taken aback by that. Needless to say, they're showing the film, see Stan kind of glazing over at him, kind of taking it all in. And of course, nothing behind the eyes, per usual with Homeland. That's one thing about him when he's really in a mood or feeling a certain type of way and all that. It's like complete emotionless, in the face. Just nothing's there. And then, of course, doing the walk down the red carpet, Maeve trying to do a couple of photos with him. He's like, I'm surprised she even did that. I'm like, girl, you don't particularly care for him. Why would you do? But I'm like, they're having put on the face and all that for the cameras, but I'm like, I wouldn't have dared put my arm on him, whatever. You're lucky, because if he could have used his laser eyes, he probably would have just been done with her. But, seeing, of course, Hughie with Annie Starlight, on the red carpet as a couple, that was so cute, taken away from him, because as soon as they came out, the cameras left him and all that. So, when it's not about him, it really eats at him a lot. Also, just enjoying seeing Hughie and Annie, of course, enjoying, being together at their place and all that. Of course, seeing his father call in, checking in, but of course, giving hints to his friends or whatever that he's dating her and all that. Just too cute. I enjoyed that little scene. But also seeing that he's now moving on with a position working for FBSA. And I like, because I remember last season he really wanted to do a little bit more as he approached her in the building, saying there's a lot more he'd like to do. He wants to contribute something and do something for the greater good, and she brought him on board so they could start doing things in regards to cleaning up where they are with the Supes, making it a little bit more safer in the community. So I'm actually enjoying that. Don't particularly care for Victoria. I'll get into a little bit of her definitely later on, but I will say this: one of these individuals who keeps calling out a name we saw at the premiere, and then showing up at the place of business, calling her Nadia. And of course, my antennas goes up, and it looks like Huey's kind of intrigued because he heard it definitely there, and he saw him come into the building. He had to be escorted out. So right there, I'm like, okay, yes, put those thinking caps on, because something's definitely not right like this. Even if she's ignoring him, why does this man keep coming to wherever you are and calling you this name? It's just not adding up. So with that said, Butcher, I'm liking where he's trying to do the right thing, even though he has a method to how he likes to go about taking care of things and handling things, especially when it comes to the Supes. He does not care for them. Being that this has been, like, I think they said over a year's past, and it's like, he's trying to be on straight and narrow, no drinking, getting the Supes, with the help of Kamiko and Frenchie, Mother's Milk's not around, so he's kind of taking a step back, at the moment. And a lot's going on with that, but clearly he's going to be kind of brought back into the fold because he's kind of, doing some undercover. He has somebody who's helping him to find or locate them. Clearly, it looks like it's Queen Maeve, because eventually they do meet up later on in the episode. Now, prior to that, he does go to see Ryan to check up on the little boy, brings him a little gift. I love that it was Connect 4, one of my favorite games. And it was just nice of him explain to him, talking about how, he does miss his mother, dealing with certain schoolwork and certain things like math, his mother was always good with that. And then tell us about a story about him having a nightmare where it's always involved his father, where he's, caused, harm, and he hurts him. And he's like, you're safe here. Once you're, better and older and all that, you'll be able to go toe to toe. But if Butcher has his way, he won't be around Ryan when he gets older. But we'll see how that goes. He has a talk with the colonel, and she sees that, he cares about him. He wants to do good things. So we'll have to see how that pans out. He wants to, I don't see Butcher being, a father per se like this, but in some ways, I know he's keeping his promise to Becca. And as time goes on, I think he's kind of opened up where he can probably foresee that. But while Homelander's around, that ain't going to happen. So also with him reaching out, hearing from Queen Maeve, all because of an issue that happened where you can see with Homelander, certain things are happening where his exposure is dwindling down a little bit. His ratings are not high. Starlight, his numbers are up more than all the other ones and all that. Being now that Stan approached her and then both together say she should be co-captain, you could see the look on his face. He was not here for that. Then also, the deep getting, a news, coverage, live interview ahead of him. Then you see him kind of taking some of his frustration out on A Train, and all that. And Maeve saw that, and she's like, we need to meet. And it's clearly she's meeting up with Butcher, and it looks like he might be getting a little bit of info from her for other Supes. And then also wondering, because clearly with one of the instances that happened at the beginning of the episode, which I would never unsee, was when they were trying to locate and get their hands on one called Termite. And I'm gonna tell you like this: when I say unsee, I can't unsee. I was not expecting the scene we got with the abilities he was gonna do, but I'm gonna tell you, when he sniffed some of that stuff, I said, I swear he's gonna sneeze again. And when you see the scene, it's like, buddy, you're in someone's body, and you might sneeze this, whatever, not, and you're gonna go back to your form and just bust out. I mean, yeah, one thing about the boys, they don't hold back with certain scenes, however graphic they are. And that one was one, again, I will never unsee. So when she goes to see him, she lets him know because now we're dealing with, and you saw it in the main trailer, was they have a compound V24 where you can use it and it works just for 24 hours and you go back to yourself. Now it doesn't, not sure if there's any side effects, whichever. So you kind of, playing literally Russian roulette with your body if you take it. But she gave some to him because he would need some if he was going to find a way to speak to two people that were a part of the team with Soldier Boy, who's now being introduced. I'm looking forward to seeing Jess Ackles. We're going to see. She was discussing Crimson, I think, and also a gunpowder. I might be saying his whole name, but I know that was part of it. Needless to say, she makes the statement: you're going to need this because if you're going to deal with them, they do have definitely some strength and abilities. You just can't step up to them and get what you want to get from them, and it's going to work out. So that's going to be interesting to see moving forward with the next couple episodes when he does meet up with maybe if not Crimson, gunpowder, whatever, which I can more see him doing that anyway. And I'm looking forward to it. But she's like, with this one, she's like, don't F it up. It's like, I'm bringing all this to you. I'm bringing you a full, file on them to get well-versed, make it happen. Also, being that Starlet's been given a positive, a position as a with Homelander, you can see that, I don't think he would like that, but it's like, you're seeing some, certain situations where we're being introduced to a guy who's going by the name Supersonic, who used to be a guy they date when I think they were 18 or whatever. Of course, his, jealousy kicks in. And then saying how if she does this, she can bring on some good people. And he makes the senseless comment, talk about, like your ex-boyfriend. I'm like, buddy, she's with you. She has not seen him prior in God knows how long. I think she was probably maybe late 20s, early 30s. Really? I mean, for the moment, I can see a little jealous, but it's the fact you're having a discussion about her being safe and not being in a position where you have to worry about Homelander really wanting to get at you now more so than ever, but then to make that statement about, oh, well, I'll use one of my old flames or whatever to help me take down. He didn't help himself that well. And she was just like, don't bring your mouthwash. No need to stay over here overnight. So I think he learned from that. But that is something she's like, Stan said, she's like, you will have definitely some extra greater power and control over certain things getting changed or certain things going to more effect. She wanted to do certain things and do good things coming on board to be a part of the Seven anyway, going back to the first season. So this is her opportunity. We'll have to see how that turns out. Now, the part I want to get into is the last part. Like I stated before with Victoria and seeing this guy named Tony shows up. So of course she's leaving work, and of course Hughie hears the guy yelling out her name. She's walking down, cuts through an alley, and they eventually, talk. And he likes to be known about a place called, I want them to know about me or know about Red River. So I'm curious, okay, what is this place? Was this the place they were at together? Probably so. They are friends from the past, so maybe when they were young, maybe like little teenagers or something of that sort. And she's like, I need you, they need to know about me, what they've done to me. And she's like, okay. She kind of hesitant to stop him, kind of not to escalate a little bit so she can get the one up, whatever. And she tried to. They got into a little bit of a scuffle. She, of course, used her abilities to, bust his hand. And it eventually gets one up over top of it and literally busts his mouth, half his mouth off. I'm just like, oh my gosh, so graphic. And Hughie can't do anything. He has to hide because if God forbid if she's seen him, she probably would have killed him right there on the spot. And you see how Tony looks at her because she has to finish it. She can't have anything tracing back to her. And she literally pulverizes him right then and there. All droppings falling all over into the sky, down on Hughie because he's hiding behind it. It looks like to be a dumpster. And you see where she has to call someone. And she makes a statement of saying, I need a team. I'm in trouble. She's like, alleyway 12th, whichever. And she beelines down the alleyway so she's not caught there. And he was just sitting there like, what am I involved in now? First, I was with Butcher and the guys dealing with some stuff I never knew about, hence because of him losing his girlfriend and getting involved with them in this twisted little situation with all the Supes. And now here I am thinking I'm working for some people who just probably some regular people like him. No, you're still dealing with some Supes, where you thought you were not. So now he has to decide probably if he's going to deal with this, if he's going to ask for Annie's, help, if he's going to eventually have to go, truck in the Butcher, and Butcher probably just will smirk like, you need some help now, because this is one he's going to have to be very particular with how he comes across or approaches, because she has an ability of none like no other on here. And that right there, she was picking and choosing, or I don't know if she's been giving certain details of who to deal with when they were in that courtroom, because she bypassed a lot of the Supes. It was going to all these other individuals in that daggone courtroom, popping off heads and whatnot. So definitely a good episode. I so enjoyed this. Very entertaining. I'm so looking forward to the next episode. So you guys, with that said, comment below. Let me know what you think. And with that said, I'll see you guys in the next reaction. You guys take care.